Okay, we are live. And I'm trying to get some sound out of my amp. Interesting. Mercury retrograde. Welcome back, Mercury retrograde, my old friend. Anyway, to those who are joining in live or on the recorded version, my name is Greg Prescott from in5d.com. And today we're covering high-pitched frequencies. And I think I know what the problem is, so. Just have to change the battery. So we have Trish here with us. Hold space for me, Trish, while I be right back. I just figured out how to do this live chat, so now I'll be able to do this every day, right around the same time. Around, I say, because it'll be around maybe 11, maybe 12 noon Eastern. So that's what we're looking at here. I actually came aboard at, I signed on at 11:11, of course, unintentionally, but that's the time I noticed. So here we are. Just gotta get this baby back in. There we go. Okay, we're in business. So I am able now to figure out this live stream thing here on YouTube, and I will be doing this on YouTube instead of Facebook because obviously Facebook has been blocking everyone. So many people haven't seen anything I've posted since November 7th. So time loop going on. So I've got lots of things I want to talk about today. And today is November 21st. Oh my God, did I put the 20th on the date? I hope I didn't. It's the 21st. And if I did, I'll change it. But we had some interesting frequencies come in today. And I've been noticing some interesting patterns that have been going on with these frequencies. So it started out, today's frequency started out in one that I haven't heard yet since I've been recording them, and that would be the A sharp, which it's currently at again. But what happened is I'll hear this frequency early in the morning, and of course, as I've mentioned in previous videos, it's actually octaves higher than what we're hearing right now. But it'll start out at one frequency in the morning, which would be, and sometime here, at least in Florida, between, I would say, 8:30 to 10, somewhere in that range, for the last 4 days, it changed. So we went from this, the A minor, to an E, which is now the A minor. You don't have to know anything about music if you're following this. You just have to understand this is what an A minor is. An A minor is right here. It's in between. It's a half step above an A and a half step below a B. So if you can think of it as being on the cusp, say you're born on like the 18th, 19th, 20th of any given month, you're on the cusp of that zodiac sign. So think of that being on the cusp and having those energies. So I'm cusping, I'm a triple Libra, and although I'm a triple Libra, I'm cusping Scorpio. So, you know, you still have those energies, even with me, despite being a triple Libra, although I'm probably like 98% Libra, but it's having those energies. So that's all you need to know. So if there's an A minor, the A minor is pulling the energy from the A, pulling it up from the A and down from the B. The A, here's a little chart that I've been using, and it's really handy. And you can see where the A is. The A is the third eye, and the B is the crown chakra. So what we're looking at are the first two energies of A minor and E. So we have, actually E is the solar plexus, but we have the A minor, excuse me, which is in between the A and the B. So that's the third eye and the crown chakra that we're getting energies from. Okay, and to break it down even more simply, what are you experiencing up here? What's going on right here? Right here. Are you having like headaches? Are you overthinking things right now? There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the mind right now with these frequencies that are coming in. Now, interestingly, yesterday I did the Facebook Live. I did the update on, because I couldn't figure this out here on YouTube, but now that I have it figured out, we're going to be doing it here every day. But now that I have it figured out, yeah. But I did this yesterday on Facebook, and while I was doing it, a new frequency came in, and that just happened to be the B, that one, which is 1/2 step up from what we heard before, the A sharp or the B flat. That's what we're hearing, and into that. It stayed there yesterday and we got this when I went on live, and it might have been around 1 o'clock. It stayed there until all day, until at least 12 o'clock midnight here. So it was here, that frequency. And I checked throughout the day because I was going to do an update if there was any updates. Nothing. It stayed at that B all throughout the day. The B is the crown chakra. So yesterday, if you were feeling sensations, crown chakra activity, tingling, which I was, let me know if you guys were too. But that's why you were feeling that. And now we have the A minor, which is a combination of the third eye and the crown chakra. There's stuff that was going on in between these. And that led into, excuse me, 1 minute while I get my little chart up here. So we had, yeah, the A sharp, and it went into an E around 8:30 or so. So the E, according to our chart, is the solar plexus. And if you look at the solar plexus, we see the sun. And what many of you have noticed is that the sun is no longer yellow. It's more of a white than it is a yellow. And if you can think of the sun as being that white light, just going up and down and cleansing the chakras. So that's the energy that came in, but it only lasted a brief time while we were there in the E, which is this. It only lasted for, I would say, no longer than half an hour. And then it went back to the A sharp, which is where we're at right now. And it's been there since, I would say, I don't know, 9 o'clock, 9:15. And here it is, 11:20. It's been a couple hours that it's been staying right there. So let me know here on YouTube if you guys are hearing that tone. And once again, envision that tone being like 2 or 3 octaves or more higher than what you're hearing right now. Tammy Tony saying, yeah, it's been there a while. And I want to give a shout out to my YouTube people, because I've been doing all these videos on Facebook, who's been screwing me in the end anyway. So, and I never get a chance to give the shout outs to my YouTube people, my YouTube family. So good morning, namaste, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Trish, I think that name is Amer. Tammy, Mary, Brady, DJ, Key Love, and Philly Pam, Magical Hoof, Jeannie, and JK Low, and M Mad. Namaste. Good morning, good afternoon. Tell me, are you guys hearing that frequency? It's funny because when I play that frequency, the high-pitched frequency that I hear almost magnifies Does that make sense? It's as if it gets a little bit louder in my head because it's resonating with that frequency on a different lower octave. Thanks, DJ. Yeah, yesterday it rained, so I didn't do the beach update. And because Facebook has been screwing me so bad, I'm just doing the beach update on my own right now. So I'm still doing the work on the beach, but Facebook has been suppressing my views. So many people have not seen anything since November 7th on my Facebook page, even though I've posted over 60 videos and articles. So that's the way it is. But yeah, that's the note we're hearing. What's interesting, though, is I hear it today predominantly. I can hear it usually, sometimes it's in both ears, but sometimes it's predominantly in one or the other. So today I'm hearing it predominantly in my left-hand side, which is your past life and the divine feminine. So that could be a guide. My guide is Tamara, one of my guides, at least one of the guides I have met. Could be Tamara saying something to me. It might be a relationship that I have with family, maybe my mother or aunt or something like that. Maybe there's something going on that I need to connect with. It could be something as basic as Mother Earth, you know. So, there's so many things. So when you hear these high-pitched frequencies, pay attention to which side you predominantly hear them from, because the left side is the divine feminine and your past life. The right side is the divine masculine and your current life. I find it interesting too that the only notes that I've heard were the A sharp, E, and A sharp. And to me, that sounds like that song by Limp Bizkit, Break Stuff. But except that song just happened to be written in, they had to tune their guitars down to a C to play that song. And if you hear the lyrics, it's very dissonant as well. Just one of those days, feel like a freight train. First one to complain, leaves with a blood stain. You know, that kind of stuff. And if you look at, it's interesting that he did that song in the key of C, because what is the C? The root chakra. It was genius for him to do that song in that key to affect that root chakra. But it's interesting that those are the keys, the notes. But right now we're in the, and that's actually a beautiful sound. So like I said, the A sharp is in between an A and a B. You don't have to know anything about music, but trust me, this is an A, this is an A sharp, and that's a B. So you're getting the energies of the A and the B, the crown and the third eye. Also, if you look at the Hermetic philosophies, the crown is, the third eye says, or the crown chakra says, I understand. And the third eye says, obviously, I see. The crown is ruled by Jupiter, and the third eye is ruled by Saturn. Our crown chakra gives us fortune, philosophy, abundance, and spirituality, while expanding more on generosity and the opening of things, new ideas coming to you. While the third eye, and I'm walking through this with you guys because I'm learning along as we go along. The third eye represents time, Saturn, Chronos, right? Regulations, restrictions, and playing by the rules. Also, you know, limitation, inevitable consequences as well. So there's a lot that's going on. And if you can read into any of these that are going on within your personal life and or the global consciousness, you know, because what we're seeing are so many things that are going on around the world that are playing into these high-pitched frequencies. And then what we're seeing now with that E coming in was transmuting and helping to cleanse the chakra energies. And then it went back into the third eye and the crown. So I think there's a lot of work that's going on right now between cleansing and then transmuting and then cleansing again and transmuting. So I'm hoping that this makes sense. And as I mentioned, that's what's going on more so in the left ear than the right ear. So let me check out some of these comments here. How do we decipher the messages? It's hard for me sometimes. Well, I do have an article on in 5D, but if you're not musically inclined, you're not going to know the note to look up what the meaning of is that note. But I'm sure, you know, you could, it's tough because you can go on YouTube and hear somebody play each one of those notes just so you can get standard tuning, but that's just an A, you know, right through. Yeah, so you're not getting the minors and the. I'm not sure exactly. You can pinpoint the sound, you can hum the sound, but if you don't know music, you're not going to understand what note it is. And that's why I'm doing this with the guitar, so you can actually hear the note. Somebody made a suggestion when I first started doing this. Actually, I was doing the high-pitched frequencies from the beach, explaining what was going on. And the person said, you know, it'd be nice if I could actually hear the tone of what you're hearing. Because I can say A minor, but who knows what an A minor sounds like unless you hear. And that's what's happening right now, the A minor. So best I can tell you is just keep tuning in until you can start deciphering these notes for yourself. So Key Love is saying left side mostly. Okay, so that's your divine feminine, your past life. Something's going on with you there. Could be your spirit guide, somebody or someone trying to reach you. Some past life that's being transmuted by the divine feminine. It could be a past life as a male being transmuted by the divine feminine, being the left side. Something's going on there with you, Key Love. Yes, Philly's saying we are being prepared for graduation. I totally agree. Yesterday's tone in her left ear was so long. I definitely think it was a download. Yeah, lots of these are. You see what's happening? It's so multidimensional right now. On a higher multidimensional level, they are downloads. That's what we're receiving. And on our third dimensional level, what we're doing is clearing, transmuting a lot of these things to clean our chakras, to prepare for that moment of the event. I think maybe that's where the chakras actually perhaps collapse and creates the white light, or they just expand so far out. And I'm not sure exactly how and it happens. It just happens. That's what I experienced. So I don't know the physics behind it. I just know it just does happen. But it would make sense if that were the case. Keel up. Just one of those days. And J.K. Lowe is saying, yes, hearing the notes on the left side and having an intermittent pain that comes and goes from my left eyebrow. Okay. So that's interesting that your left eyebrow, because these are basically energies from the A sharp that are going on between the third eye and the crown chakra. And as you mentioned, the left side, past life, the eyebrow, something perhaps you didn't see in your past life because it's related to the eye. So look into that. There's something from a past life that maybe you overlooked or couldn't see at the time. But I think between this third eye and crown chakra energy, it's going to come to you. You're going to know what that is. So look into that. Something's going on there. Something is being cleaned, cleared, transmuted with you. So take it from that point. And Rain is saying that she's in the UK and woke up to those high-pitched frequencies, third eye and sacral. Tuning fork frequencies. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for confirming. Jordan is saying that when I wake up, I hear something that sounds like telepathy, sound from the alien in Independence Day. No idea what key that is. Definitely hearing the others, though, throughout the day. That's really interesting. Yeah. So it really does help to be somewhat of a musician. I'm not an accomplished one, but I sure love playing. I've been playing since I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old. And so I know what these notes are. And, oh, gosh, there's one coming in right now. And it's in the right ear. Hang on. Now, oh, now it's in the left ear. It went from the right to the left. Interesting. That's the B. We just went into B while we're doing this. And that's back to the crown chakra. That is so freaking cool. This happened yesterday while we were doing the update. It changed. I got to write that down. Back to B. B major. Okay. So B major is the crown chakra. It's, I understand, it's Jupiter, it's expansion, generosity, opening to ideas, suggestions, so on and so forth. And the B major is strongly colored, announcing wild passions, composed of the most glaring colors: anger, rage, jealousy, fury, despair, and every burden of the heart lies in this sphere. Now, don't look at any of these. Just like, you know, if you're looking at your aura and you see a red aura, there's no such thing as a bad aura. There's no such thing as a bad note. Okay, there's a lot of, what that's telling me is, okay, well, the B major is the crown chakra. So we are open to all these crown chakra energies that are going on. That's a positive thing. And what we're feeling and seeing with an understanding, because that is the I understand chakra, is everything that's going on right now. We're feeling, this is global empathy right now, is basically, it's right there. Do you guys hear that? Did anyone hear that shift change that just happened when I was talking? I'm going to check the comments here real quick. Yes. Okay. So yes, we do have confirmation. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It's not just me. Now, if you're not hearing these high-pitched frequencies, that's okay too. Not everyone's going to hear them. Some people actually are getting clicking or tapping or buzzing. But there are some of us that are just in tune with these frequencies, and they just come. And it's not like we can control them. We can subdue them. We can actually kind of put them in the background, but they're always there. And it's not due to tinnitus or a vitamin D deficiency. So that was really interesting that we went from those were the notes that were played, but obviously in much higher frequencies. So we had basically, we're right here, right now. It's fascinating. I wish I could do more research on this, but no one else is doing this. So right now it's just me. If anyone has any ideas any additional suggestions of what I'm not covering and what I might be able to see that would help us all a little bit more on deciphering this, let me know, because this is just untapped territory that we're venturing into right now. It's really fascinating to understand that right now we have that crown chakra energy coming in. So if your crown's starting to tingle, you know why, okay? And it's interesting too that outside of the E that was only there for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, everything else has been up here. So chances are you might be experiencing headaches, you know, something going on with the head, maybe overthinking things. And because it's in the head, I mean, it could be anything. It could be the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, sinuses dripping, leaky ear, which I noticed really bad one day during the B, which we're at right now. I just started getting this leaky ear, and some other people are getting it as well. And according to Aluna Ash, she's saying it's the overactivation of the pineal gland, the third eye. And because I do go out to the beach and I do my walk of gratitude there, I do the the intentions, thoughts and intentions with the water and stuff. I go out to the beach often. It's 99.9% quartz crystal sand. And so, yeah, I could see how that would create that overactivity in the pineal gland, and then hence the leaky ear afterwards. And I believe she also said that it's more there's a higher propensity for people that are hearing these high-pitched frequencies to have leaky ear. So, and what leaky ear is basically, it's not swimmer's ear. For me, it's been going on close to a year, maybe longer. I don't know. But sometimes your ear just drips this clear liquid for no reason whatsoever. Ironically, though, when I'm at the beach, where you would think if it is because of the high energies overstimulating the pineal gland, for some reason, when I'm at the beach, it dries up. So still trying to figure that one out on the leaky ear. But here's where we're at, crown chakra. So for the people that are hearing that right now, are you hearing it on both sides of your ear, on the left side, on the right side? Because I know it entered, for me, it entered on my right and then went to the left, and I'm hearing it still predominantly on my left. These are all things that are going to help us answer the questions of how these frequencies come. And, okay, so my interpretation of that, it's important of why it's important, because it came in the present and then it went into the past, right side present, left side past. So what happened is, starts transmuting here and then goes back into the past life and is working right there to help transmute those energies from past life. So think about that. So we're getting a lot of people on the left. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. Predominantly on the left, because like I said, I'm still hearing it on the right, but it's predominantly in the left, which is past life and the divine feminine. So fascinating stuff that's going on right now. And, we're walking through this together, and you guys are helping me, hopefully as much as I'm helping you, because, I need your feedback. I need you guys to share this stuff as well. Don't be afraid to share this stuff on your own pages and whatever, because there's something huge that's going on right now. And we all have heard these high-pitched frequencies. There's so many in this field that have heard it, but nobody's actually sat down and broke it down into chakras and planets and frequencies that, what is the meaning of each frequency? I mentioned on an article about the high-pitched frequencies. I'm going to try to find it right here on my page. Bear with me. Okay. Got a camera in front of my computer screen. So, yeah, hopefully I can read this. So the greatest composers knew this secret. Each note has a specific meaning and mood. Classical composers knew this and would write their masterpieces around these notes. For example, in an uplifting piece by Mozart entitled Violin Concerto No. 5 in A major, you can literally feel the innocent love. And I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but I'll try playing it. Oh, it's not allowing me to play it while I have the microphone plugged in. And then it goes on to say, conversely, when you listen to Bach's WTC 1, number 22 in B flat minor, you get that feeling of being melancholy or sad. So as you can see that these notes, these frequencies play also into our emotions. They play into the higher dimensional levels of getting downloads and frequencies, from our higher selves and from the galactic center and so on and so forth, as well as working in the present, past, and future, as we're hearing right now. Now, I'm telling you, I just got another one that went from the right into the left. Is it the same? Yeah, it's the same one. So it just came back and did the same thing. It's almost like it looped around and came into the right and into the left and from the present into the past. Try explaining this to somebody that's not awakened. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. I'm so glad you guys understand what's going on and are helping me work through all this as well. I'm going to check some more comments. Hey, Michelle. Michelle joined us. Bernos. I can't, it's hard to read some of these names because it's so far away. I am Danica. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that's a good point, Michelle. Some people can't hear them, but they feel them. Because every sound is energy. Energy breaks down into vibration, and you can feel the vibration. It's kind of like how I was showing people in this one video I have on how to feel the energy of a card. And what you do is you shuffle a deck of playing cards and lay one with the numbers facing up, we'll say 7 of hearts, but you don't know what it is. You're blindfolded, or you just have your eyes shut and you lay your hand over the card and you try to feel the vibration of whether it's black or red and how much black or red is there. You'll surprise yourself by doing this. And it takes a little time to really feel that energy vibration, but eventually you know whether it's red or whether it's black or how many hearts, clubs, spades, or diamonds are there. It's feeling the energy. So I totally understand what you're saying. Yes, Tammy, they look at us like we're nuts, but this is going to be actually something that they'll be teaching in future schools, instead of, Music 101 or learning how to play the recorder or the flute, in 5th grade. They're going to be teaching you what's this sound and how does it relate to your life right now. Bioresonance change happened with all of us. Okay. Yeah, I hope I'm right too. That is the future of the new earth, is finding things. When you go to school, it's not going to be this strict agenda, kindergarten through 12th grade. It's going to be the children picking out things that interest them. And I know as a child, if this was offered in school, I would have been all over it, definitely. And I think a lot of other kids would too. So I think I covered just about everything that I needed to cover. One thing I wanted to mention too about these cusp energies. For example, what we were hearing before with that one note right before the new note that just came in The cusp energies, you might receive revelations to answers when you're cusping on the A and the B. You might receive answers or revelations to questions that you've been asking, because it's going back and forth. It's traveling back and forth from the third eye to the mind, back to the third eye. So when you're looking at cusp, be sure that you're looking at both notes and what the meaning and energies are of those notes. So in closing, think of what's happening right now with these energies and with the transmutation that happened with the E of the white light going through, cleaning, cleansing, and then how we had the energy of our last note coming in through the present side and going into the past, and try to relate that to your current life as well as globally what's going on. Because I think everyone has a different, slightly different interpretation, and only you will know certain things that are going on. Like JK was talking about hearing, having that the eyebrow thing going on. So I'm going to leave it off at that. I'm going to be back again tomorrow now that I have this figured out on YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow, probably sometime between 11 and 12 o'clock. So tune in, join me then. And if you guys have any more ideas, suggestions, write them down in the comment section below. Also, I want to recommend that you subscribe to the In5D either daily or weekly newsletter, because I am being blocked on Facebook, and I'm putting this stuff out every day and nobody's getting it. Well, a handful of people are. Only maybe 20 people are allowed to see anything I post. So I can't put it out there. I'll need help from you guys to help share and put it out there too. So I'm asking you guys to do that for me, and I'll keep doing this for you. So until tomorrow, I'm sending you all infinite love and light. This is Greg from in5d.com. Peace.